Welcome to another segment of Manifesting with SII Power with your host, Dwight Lee. On this segment, we're going to talk about epigenetics. But before we get to that, if you're enjoying the channel and you're getting great value out of the content, taking it, integrating, implementing, and appropriating in your life, please consider subscribing to the channel by hitting the subscribe button. And thank you for subscribing. We're talking about epigenetics. So there are like the Joshuits, many others that say, give me the child, at 7, and I'll show you the adult, because they know that you're being pre-programmed from 0 to 7. So basically, from the last trimester of your mother's pregnancy up until age 7, you're basically you receive downloads while you were in the womb. When we came out of the womb, you're just recording everything, just like a camcorder. You're not really learning. You're just recording everything. So based upon that, you were taken from the hospital into an environment. So every radio station that you heard, every television station, every conversation, and things beyond that has gotten into your subconscious mind. So then eventually you go to the nursery, and then you go to kindergarten where you have two teachers and you have other students in the room, peers. And then first grade and second grade, you begin to ride the bus. You begin to be in different classroom settings, cafeteria, play with different kids at recesses. So you're hearing all kinds of information, and all this information is being stored into your subconscious mind. Now, you're not aware of this. So then you go on to third grade, fourth grade, and you grow up, and then these patterns seem to and continue to play out in your life, and you don't have a clue of what to relate it back to, but it's because of the programming that's within you. The generational codes, environmental programming, uh, hypnotic societal programming, um, regular conditioning, and then paradigms across spiritually, psychologically, mentally, emotionally, relationally, socially, and then economically. And you don't have anything to trace it back to. Like, why is this happening? Well, it's happening because of key, intense experiences that happen to you between these ages of 4 and 7, maybe even up to 8. And so these traumatic experiences that you assign meaning to are still running your life later on in life. So you have to go back in and make peace with that inner child or inner adolescent by reliving the experience and feeling it real, and renaming it or reframing it or assigning a different meaning to it. Forgiving yourself and forgive all parties involved, by faith, and just make peace with it. It wasn't meant to be the end all be all. It was just an experience. And because you labeled it, you framed it, you gave it a meaning, that meaning is controlling you, but you can go back in and rename it or reassign meaning to it and break yourself away from that and begin to live according to a new concept or precept or principle. That makes sense. We've been live on Manifest with SII Power with your host, Dwight Lee. I want to leave you with a quote from Paracelsus: "The human spirit is so great a thing that could we rightly comprehend the mind of man, nothing would be impossible to man."